Reyes got an 8 out of 10 for passing, as he did occasionally good passes, but most made the possession turn into Barcelona's favour. Dribbling was an 8 as well. When he occasionally did get the ball, he did something good by getting past players, but tried to do a bit too much and then eventually ended up losing the ball. For pace, he got a 7 because he's quite good pace, but he did get outpaced quite often against the defence, and he got tackled as they caught up with him. Overall, Villa was the better winger, as you can see from the scores above, getting a 27 out of 30, whereas Reyes only got a 23. In the game, Villa did good passes into players where they could progress in the attack, whereas with his dribbling, and he got past their right back a lot of the time, which ended up in him scoring from a pass from Xavi. And in the game, he managed to outsprint players that tried to contend with him for the ball. Whereas Reyes didn't really get into the game, and when he did the occasional thing that was good, for example, dribbling past a player, then releasing the ball quickly. But sometimes Barcelona would just intercept or tackle him. I'll go on to the notational analysis next, as the teams to prove that Barcelona were the better team. We'll start off with possession, and as you can see from the pitch, the ball was in the middle of the pitch most of the game, and it was mostly in Barcelona's favour, as proven by the fact that in 100 pieces of data that were recorded, Barcelona had 62% of possession, whereas Atletico Madrid only had 38%. For good passes versus bad passes for Atletico Madrid, Atletico Madrid had 52 good passes and 11 bad passes. A good pass would be getting the ball to a teammate, having it under control and be able to pass it on to another teammate. And a bad pass would be able to get the ball to a teammate after losing possession of the ball. For Barcelona, they had a lot more passes than 180. 180 good passes. They had a total of 6 bad passes that were from being tackled. They had 18 bad passes that were intercepted and 10 that went out of play. So overall, they had a lot more better passes, and they sort of kept obviously keeping possession of the ball. They managed to obviously make a lot more better passes. For successful versus unsuccessful dribbles, Atletico Madrid had 3 successful dribbles in the 20 minutes we analysed, whereas they had 5 unsuccessful dribbles. So it was almost even between unsuccessful and successful, but having so little possession, they didn't have a chance to dribble that often, so they didn't get enough chance to go past players. Whereas Barcelona, they had 11 successful dribbles and only 6 unsuccessful dribbles. Because having most of the possession, they had the chances to get past players and beat them and try and score or pass from getting into positions. For shots on and off target, Atletico Madrid only had 1 shot, and that was off target in the 4th minute, whereas Barcelona had 4 shots, 2 on and 2 off. 2 of them ended up as goals. Obviously the 2 that were off didn't, but the one in the 15th minute was from Messi, where it ended up going into the back of his own net from Miranda. Unsuccessful and successful tackles. Barcelona made